This isn't just about one bad jobs report. It's about something far more dangerous: the erosion of trust in institutions we once believed were above politics. When economic data is no longer seen as objective, when civil servants are fired for reporting the truth, and when facts are framed as attacks, what's left? Can Americans still trust the numbers that guide everything from paycheck policies to Wall Street trades? Can democracy survive when truth itself becomes negotiable? That's the real story behind Trump's attack on the jobs report, and why what happens next could change everything. It all started with the numbers. July's job report came in at just 73,000 new jobs, a staggering miss from what economists were expecting. And it didn't stop there. The Labor Department quietly revised the job gains for May and June downward by a combined 258,000. That's not a rounding error. That's a punch to the gut of any recovery narrative. For economists, this raised eyebrows. For Trump, it raised hell. He immediately pointed fingers, suggesting these weak numbers weren't the result of a slowing economy, but the result of a rigged system designed to make him look incompetent. The timing, too perfect. The motive, obvious in his view. But that wasn't the whole story. Just hours after the report dropped, Trump did something no president had done before. He fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Commissioner Erika McEntarfer. No warning, no internal review, just gone. Trump accused her without a shred of public evidence of manipulating the data and sabotaging the economy for political gain. He called the BLS numbers phony, echoing the same language he's used since 2016. And for critics, this was chilling. An independent, nonpartisan agency had just seen its top official axed for reporting numbers the president didn't like. And what happened next would shock even political insiders. The backlash was immediate, and not just from Democrats. Republican senators like Rand Paul and Cynthia Lummis voiced concern. Former BLS commissioners, including those appointed by Republican presidents, warned that Trump's actions could shatter decades of trust in the integrity of U.S. economic data. Some called it a dangerous overreach. Others went further, describing it as authoritarian and a war on facts. The message was clear. If presidents start firing civil servants over bad news, what's next? But the ripple effects weren't contained to Capitol Hill. Markets hate uncertainty. And this was chaos. The US dollar fell sharply. The Dow Jones dipped. Bond yields plunged as investors scrambled to guess what the Fed would do next. Some began pricing in emergency rate cuts. Others feared a loss of confidence in America's economic reporting altogether. It wasn't just about the numbers anymore. It was about trust. If Wall Street can't rely on government data, how do you price anything from interest rates to equities? Yet the pattern behind this goes deeper. This isn't new behavior. Trump has been at war with labor statistics for years. Back in 2016, he repeatedly called the Obama-era job numbers made up and a joke. Even after becoming president, he accused the same agencies, his own, of trying to undermine him with what he called fake stats. Former aides like Mick Mulvaney admitted they believed jobs numbers had been manipulated for political purposes in past administrations. In Trump's world, the data is always suspect unless it works in his favor. So why target the BLS now, and why so publicly? Because this time the stakes are higher and the spotlight is hotter. This isn't just about one bad jobs report. It's about something far more dangerous: the erosion of trust in institutions we once believed were above politics. When economic data is no longer seen as objective, when civil servants are fired for reporting the truth, and when facts are framed as attacks, what's left? Can Americans still trust the numbers that guide everything from paycheck policies to Wall Street trades? Can democracy survive when truth itself becomes negotiable? That's the real story behind Trump's attack on the jobs report, and why what happens next could change everything. So, was this just another Trump headline moment, or a warning sign of something deeper? Whether you believe the numbers were flawed or not, one thing's clear: when truth becomes a political weapon, everyone pays the price. What do you think? Was this about accountability, or was it a power play? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next deep dive. Until then, stay sharp, stay curious,